June and Chevy tend to get on each other's nerves a little bit. So when they get at each other, we get out the squirt bottle and they attack that instead. It helps for a while. So that's how our morning started, as we're preparing to go to Pacemakers for Matt Rice's Shitbox weekend. We've been looking forward to it for a long time, not only because of the race, but because we've been waiting on Matt to get here so we can help him put his Nova back together. He's got a 496 big block for this thing now, but he needs a little bit of help fitting the headers, fitting the engine and transmission down in the car, wiring and plumbing, etc., etc. Unfortunately, Matt was late getting here this week. His motorhome broke down on the way here. He had to turn around, go back home, fix the motorhome before he could come back, and that put him 3 days behind by the time he got here. So he's not going to be able to take his car to Pacemakers this weekend. So even though he's not taking his Nova with him this weekend, he still needs to take the motorhome for the wife and kids. So we unhook his trailer from the motorhome and drag it out back with the John Deere. With the amount of vehicles that we've got parked around here and the amount of traffic we have coming in and out with all the delivery trucks, I figured it's best just to put his trailer back here in the back where it's going to be out of the way for the next few days, so it's not in the way of the delivery trucks. The UPS and the FedEx and everybody else that comes in and out of here delivering merch and picking up merch is pretty incredible. Anyway, we go ahead and load up the Falcon and the S10, and Allison's even got the Dart here, and it's ready to go. Before we left for the track, all of us sat down at the table and wrote some letters to our service members serving overseas. CJ Buckner's daughter is doing a project for school, and her family will be at the track this weekend to collect the letters to drop them off. So once we got that done, we were pretty much ready to go to head to Mount Vernon. Miss Vicky and I took the Shitwagon Silverado because that's where the dogs were going to ride. June Pup and Chivy never miss an event, especially one this close to home. We couldn't wait to get to the track, and we were praying for a good showing tonight. But we had no idea the mayhem and chaos that was about to ensue. Arguably, our biggest local rival, Perry Stanley and the Black Betty Nova, would be there tonight. Now, this isn't a bitter rivalry. This is a rivalry built out of respect. A respect for how hard he and his family work and how hard our family works. Perry and his family and his team have done an incredible job this season, racking up multiple wins. The Nova is powered by a twin-turbo 540 cubic inch Bischoff engine service big block Chevy, and it runs hella mile an hour out the back. We're all friends, but we want to win. Unfortunately, there was roadblock after roadblock after roadblock set in our way this weekend, and there was just absolutely nothing any of us could have done about it. It's looking pretty good. The track should be pretty fast, honestly. It hasn't been scraped. It's basically the same exact surface we had here last weekend, so outside of the scenery around here, it's about the same.
That's a great thing. Thank you.
That's definitely different. But I think we're going to be all right. I think we're going to be okay. We'll see.
I think Billy drew Jacob Muncie and Tommy drew Hong, so it'll be.
Yeah. Tommy was kind of joking about calling Hong out, and then he drew him. So we'll see how that goes. So Billy pulls number 1 chip right lane. That's first pair, right off the trailer, right-hand lane, and he's facing down Jacob Muncie. This young man has a big block, tube chassis, nitrous Vega, and it's not to be taken lightly. So Billy loads a tune-up that he felt was absolutely the fastest pass he could possibly put down off the trailer. We back him up in his tracks, I say a prayer, and turn him loose. Billy took the win, but right behind Billy was Eric Manns, our buddy with the Mustang, and Eric once again has problems with water in the doors. I quickly removed the passenger door, turned it upside down, trying to shake all the water out of it I could, but it was no use. Tommy could clearly see he was going to have problems, and at the time I had forgotten that Tommy was even back there. I didn't realize Tommy was right behind Eric until I sent Eric down the track. Eric's car immediately knocks the tire off, and I turn around and realize we are absolutely screwed. I know there's water on the track. I know Billy's got a hot tune-up in the Falcon, and here we are facing down Perry Stanley. This is the matchup we wanted, when we wanted it, in the lane we wanted it in. And yet, we know we are completely screwed. So I'm about mad as a hornet over that. And then our friend Rob Brown's out there picking up stuff off the track, which I thought he was worried about water. In reality, Rob was picking up nails off the track. I had no idea. Who would ever guess that there would be nails on the track? I don't even know where the nails came from. I apologized to Rob after we made this pass and realized he wasn't worried about the water, which I knew there was water. Nails. Guys, I'm going to tell you right now, I'd be lying if I told you I wasn't mad as a hornet. I wanted to kill Eric. I was upset because we had Perry right where we wanted him, and we could have beat him easily that round. But that's just the way the things went. It's out of our control. Tommy was upset, I was upset, Billy's upset, but it is what it is. Sometimes you just got to roll with the punches and come back again the next time.
Well, you made a great pass. I'm happy for you.
I don't think that many people made good passes first round.
Yeah, I didn't. You wanna know why?
I know. I
got fucked. I drove through Eric's pond that he left me. It's fine. It's whatever. I mean, I think he had already, this happened before. This is the second time he's dumped water out of his doors when it's rained. It's whatever. I think I'm just mad because I had Hong dead to rights, and I really wanted to win that race. So it was just unfortunate. It's whatever. The car is gonna go home. I didn't hit the wall. You know, it's.
You made the right choice. I made a decent pass. I don't think I could have made it any faster, honestly. It was slick up top, and I lost a few mile an hour just from skating around on the big end. So it's probably going to get a little bit better on the starting line, but down track, I don't think it's going to get any better. So I'm not going to add any more boost down track, but I'm going to try to 60 foot and 330 a little harder.
So unfortunately, Tommy goes out, and Perry's still in. Now, second round, Billy gets paired up with this twin-turbo LS second-gen Nova. And we know that this car has been struggling all year with power management and traction. It's got power. If it makes a lick, it's going to be tough to beat. But our main focus has to be putting down every ounce of power in the first 330 feet we can possibly put down in order to compile a tune-up to take out Perry, hopefully, the next round. Now, luckily, Billy's truck made a really good pass second round, but it's still not as fast as we know it needs to be to take out Perry. We're inching up on the tune-up. We're getting faster. But is it fast enough?
Well, I drew Perry. He told me that he went, and I have no reason to believe he lied. And it's faster than I've been, ever. So I'm gonna have to put a Hail Mary in it. He's gonna come freight training by me, but I just don't know if it'll be after the finish line. Hopefully it is. I'm gonna try to guess the light perfect. And hopefully it makes a clean pass.
Are you in the right or left?
Left.
Of course you're in the left. The only lane you have not been in.
Yeah. Oh well. I'm just gonna send it. I'm gonna put as much boost as I'm comfortable with putting to it. It's gonna be on about 34 or 35 pounds. So hopefully it lives.
So the plan is to throw a lot of boost at the truck really early into the run. The problem is this thing. This old Chevy Impala Sheriff's Cruiser that was in one of the ship box classes had a trunk load of sandbags, and it came up and made a pass in the left-hand lane just before we were getting ready to run the semifinal, and it put sand all the way down the left-hand lane. Now, the track crew did an absolutely incredible job cleaning this up. When I saw it, I didn't think there was any way possible they'll get that lane cleaned up good enough to race on. But they did. So just to be careful, I pulled my lint rolling trick to pick up any residual residue of sand, dust, dirt, crap, whatever, out to the 60 foot. I figured if it'll make it to the 60 foot, we've got a shot at this deal. The problem was, right where they had quit cleaning the track is where the truck would break the tires loose on this run, and Billy almost hits the wall.
crashing.
Did his bed hit the wall?
He got to change his bridges.
Did he tap it?
That wing.
Yeah, I think he tapped it.
He pulled a Ken Block on us.
So that was it. We were out for the night. You know, I've seen a few comments, people crying on there, Bill shouldn't have embarrassed that guy, blah, 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 blah. Well, unfortunately, it was actually a good friend of ours. And I apologized to him, and I told him, and of course I'm stating it clearly, openly, in front of thousands of people on my YouTube channel. But the fact of the matter is this: we've had photographers jump over the wall and have dirt stuck to their shoes because they've been out there walking around the sticky on the track and the puddles. They've got the goo stuck to their shoe, and then they walk up the side of the wall in the gravel and the pebbles and the sand and the dirt and the grass and everything else, and the stuff stuck to their shoe. And I've literally had my kids do a burnout, okay, do the burnout. We've already backed up. I've got him perfect in his tracks, and I look up and there's some idiot photographer walking right in the tire tracks taking pictures of my kids as the kids are backing up, ruining the groove. I've had that happen. I've had it happen. Unbelievable. I've had helpful Henrys that come out there and think that there's a pebble that they see that needs to go, and they trape us out there with crap all over their shoes after we've done a burnout, sometimes before, but definitely when you've already done the burnout. That's it. You only get one burnout. You get one shot, one burnout. There is no backing up. There is no doing it over. There is no making the other guy wait. They're not going to wait for us. Nobody's going to give us a second shot. You guys don't understand. When you're competing at this level and the rule is one burnout, that's one burnout, no matter what. And once the tires smoke, that's a burnout. Do you think anybody in that other lane is going to allow us to back up and redo our burnout and reset our tire pressure and let their shit sit there and get hot? No. You guys aren't thinking about this. People that side bet, they have no interest. A lot of them have no interest in either team. They don't care. They don't care who's driving. They don't care who gets hurt. All they care is if they've got enough money riding on it that they get paid. And a lot of times people will go out there, oh, there's a pebble out there, and they spray something on the track, or they drop some sand out of their hand or whatever just to cause a problem. I've seen that happen too, mostly on the street. But, and it also distracts my kids. My kids know how I am. I safeguard their lane before they run, before they do their burnout, after they do their burnout, because I need to see who's pouring what kind of prep, how far out of the groove they are, whether they leaked antifreeze or oil. All these things come into consideration when I line my kids up. And you don't see my kids knock a tire off very damned often. And there's a reason for that. There's a reason why a lot of these other guys ask me to back their car up for them. I've done it for Perry. I've done it for CJ Buckner. I've done it for a lot of these guys, and they ask me to do it for a reason. And I've taught their crews how to do it for a reason, because I'm good at it. Moving on. I don't want to hear anybody crying about how I safeguard my kids in a 1,500 horsepower small tire car on a no prep track. It's very simple. Stay the hell away from my kids on the track and don't go up there in their lane. Don't do it. Don't do it. So, moving on. Congratulations again to Perry. Man, he's had a fantastic season. He's done really good. And a lot of people don't know that Perry was injured recently. He was at a local track here in Ohio, and he was hit in the eye with a rock standing behind the burnout area. And it hit him very hard. It hit him right in his, I think it's his left eye, if I'm not mistaken. And it hit him so hard that he went blind for a few days. And they weren't sure whether Perry's eyesight was ever going to come back. And right now, his left eye still does not dilate, and lights have an effect on his ability to see. The dude's an OG, man. He don't quit. He don't stop. I don't know all the details, everything he's been through the last 2 years with that engine, but they've had some severe problems and oiling issues, and they've had to take the engine apart and do all kinds of stuff in between rounds and just to keep it running. And he never gave up. He never quit. He deserves every win he's ever gotten, and he deserves it every time he's beat us. I won't take a thing away from that guy. I respect him. So that's about it for tonight, guys. I'm gonna hop off here, and let's see, we did get some progress made on the shop today. I'll be doing a video tomorrow on that. Shop progress is awesome. I got a load of stone delivered out here today, so we can put some stone out back behind the shop, and we should have the addition under roof tomorrow, and maybe share some plans that we've got for that. Probably next spring we'll build another building out back to store cars in. But for the time being, we need some place to keep some things under roof for the winter. Like the Malibu and my Nova, for example, they're sitting outside, and so we got to get them under roof. So that's the plan. Tomorrow we'll try and finish up the addition on the back of the shop, and I'll have a video and sharing all the stories and information about that. It's a really cool story. These people came clear up here out of Kentucky, 250 some miles one way. They drove up here, and they've stayed for 3 days to watch us race and help us build this addition on the back of the shop. And man, I'm telling you, they are hard workers. They are hard workers. Just a total blessing. And there's a really cool story behind it. Maybe we'll get in that tomorrow. So good night, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting my kids and buying merchandise and watching the channels and sharing the videos and praying for us. Thank you. Good night.